back to the inn at the end, friends. Our troopers are already at their table, getting underway. Why don't you go join them? I'll bring you a drink.
Welcome to the Inn at the End, the internet's #1 D&D Let's Play podcast. I am your DM and host, Alex. With me today I have...
Dash as Valen Blackwood.
Caleb as Simon Monroe.
Milo as Ace Whittington.
And Rhett as Ebenezer Colthane.
Let the adventure begin. Delicious. Last we left our adventurers, they had decided to be committed to the prison barge of the Drescue Merchants Guild for the crimes against the city watch. They're given one last night in town before the ship arrives tomorrow at Hidden Gems, the local tavern and meeting house of Quilton Bay. That is where we find you all now. You are all at the tavern, which is well guarded. There you do notice most of the guards have found themselves in the plaza between this place and the local tool shop. But the inside atmosphere is a little lively. There's people here that want to say their goodbyes and, just drink. There's some people that are happy that the guards got their comeuppance and that you guys won't be boiled alive, and the people that weren't too happy with it don't seem to be at the tavern tonight. Well, you are here. What do you guys want to do?
Need to find Brooch.
Brooch can be found. He arrives a little later than you guys, about a half hour or so later. You see him kind of talking to a Ghoul before he comes over to you guys. And he's like, whoa, hey guys. What the hell? What the hell was all of that? What happened?
Things just got a little out of hand, man. I don't fully know what happened.
It sounded like it. They said they said you turned into a vampire and sucked everyone's blood. That's what I heard.
That is false. For one, I can't do that. That's silly, obviously. And second, nothing anyone says is correct. I am correct, and they're all liars. So you should believe me on this.
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
Yep, that's
Thank you.
100% true. Like what we say is true, but everybody else is wrong.
We did nothing wrong. Okay, we were just trying to leave, and they were so rude.
Yeah, they're dicks.
Yeah, what's the deal with that anyway? Why aren't they letting people leave? They said we had to become one of the Drescues in order to leave, and that doesn't sit well.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like I said, I haven't been in Quilton for a while. Before we came back, what I've heard, kind of the talk around town, is that there was some accident that happened under the Drescue's watch. A couple kids got killed when they went out to the forest, and so before the town started blaming all the Drescues for letting people die out in the woods because their gate was left open, they kind of just locked it up. So that, I don't know. Seems like half this town is employed by them and the other half doesn't care for them. So you get different stories from different people.
How loud do you think the half is that doesn't like the Drescues? Which side would you say is louder? If you had to guess?
It's Quilton. No one's real loud about anything.
That's true.
Yeah, everybody has to, get under the quilt at the end of the year anyway. So
exactly.
You don't want to have any.
You can't make enemies with your neighbor, kind of thing. These people got to live with each other, so they don't rock the boat,
Brooch, come here. And I pull Brooch in close, pull him down.
Yeah.
Listen, man, we can't go on this ship. Is your ship ready?
Oh man, guys, don't worry about that. I got that all set up. My ship's ready.
Good. If you could get our gear somehow to us,
He looks at he looks at you guys. He's like, "Don't even worry about it. They gave it to Ghoul. Ghoul's giving it to me. I'm gonna have it on the ship."
All right. And we'll keep looking for a way out. All right. And when I give you the wink, you need to like set up a distraction or something. Okay.
When you give me the wink, what are you talking about?
When I give you the nod, you need to set up a distraction. All right. And we'll escape. But we got to figure it out first.
When is that going to happen? What are you talking about?
Soon, probably.
Soon?
I'm not very good at this planning thing, and I start looking at some windows.
I'm gonna slide over to Brooch and Ace and be like, why don't we hear what Ghoul has to say before you start planning? In fact, why don't you just put planning aside? Maybe it's something you could work on in your off days.
But the owlbears.
Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy. Let's see what Ghoul has to say. Perhaps she has some kind of, plan.
That window doesn't look too high, though. I think
I swear to God, Ace, if you try and let's see what Ghoul has to say. And Brooch clearly has some. Let's just, prevail.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm really looking at the window.
Perfect. At some point, an official from the courthouse does come by. They had grabbed some of the stuff that you guys might need. Basically, none of the weapons or armor that you would have, but any of your personal belongings you might have left with the guard. They bring those back to you, including Simon, your quilt.
Yay!
My boots.
Yeah. I say they probably give you your boots back, assuming they're non-magical. They're just real muddy.
Yeah, they're just muddy.
Yeah. Because you didn't use them, right?
No.
Right.
I was going to,
but then
the door was all fucked. And never mind.
They wouldn't know. They wouldn't know that it's magical at all. But with that,
and talk to Ghoul, I guess.
Yeah, with that official though, the judge from earlier in the day comes and makes her appearance with the official and seeks out your group, and says, "Well, this will be your last night in Quilton. Please be careful out there. I know the Drescues have been known to keep their prisoners longer than they're supposed to, but with the failing of our arrangement, in this case, they will be at a large loss here in Quilton. So I will make sure that they stick to their end of the deal with this."
Like I said, 3 years, 6 months, it's all the same.
And it's a good way to look at it, it might go by just like that. Won't take much time at all. So,
and I want to thank you for letting me say I would kill you and the Drescues and everybody else in the courtroom, and you didn't just lock me away right away. I realized that probably wasn't a smart thing to say.
No, not really. It wasn't the keenest thing. But I mean, I've been watching you boys grow up here in town, since you've been here. I know how things get. I know how the anger can get the better of you sometimes. I just hope you all take this time to, learn how to handle it a little better.
You don't know anything about anger.
All right.
Remember the beach. Remember the beach.
Fume up a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes, well, it was good seeing you. Would I say, Your Honor?
Yes, you can say that.
Yes, I would if you had any, but
I see.
Yes, I'm gonna smoothly just like back away from the conversation and just give her the double fingers.
He nods at you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go snag a drink at the bar.
All right,
I follow Al.
And this is like the judge, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to ask her, because I didn't really get a chance to where we left off last time, like ask her about my mom. Mm-hmm. Because I was having those like sort of warm and fuzzies. Those nice little memories of her quilting with my mom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She turns to you and says, "It's good too to see you, Ebenezer. I'm sorry to hear about your mother, and I've heard that you've suffered yourself in these years. So, just wanted to offer my condolences."
I appreciate your condolences, and the gods have seen fit to give me a second chance, one which I don't aim to squander. But I am curious. Of course, the subject of my familial home came up in court as collateral for damages should we fail to hold up our end of the bargain, but it's nothing but a burned up husk now, I'm sure you know. I was curious, perhaps you might know where my mother went or what happened to her.
Right. I'm sorry to say no, I'm not sure where she is. Sometime after she learned of your apparent passing before you were given the second chance, that is when the fire happened at her house, and just after that, she left town. She didn't tell any of us, which was odd. She liked to keep us informed about everything going on. She was kind of the pillar of our group for a long while. So it was a surprise when the house was no longer there, and she was no longer staying with friends, and no one in town saw her anymore. So no, I'm not entirely sure where she went, but I know that she used to go somewhere before you came around. A place called Teller's Grove. She said it was a place that she found peace. A place where she could commune with Melora. She always felt a different connection to her than the church did. They apparently always had their differing views on how best to practice faith, and so that was a place special to her. But after you came along, she stayed here for her up until recently.
Any idea where this Teller's Grove is?
I am not sure. My best guess would be somewhere along the inner channels, but on which continent, north, south, east, west, I am unsure. But connected to the sea and Melora, I'm sure of it. Yeah.
Pray tell, Judge, how can the Quilton that I know allow a home that could be put to good use to remain in that dilapidated state?
You wonder why no one has bought the property, has fixed it up? Well,
it just surprises me that for such a warm town that no one's taken it upon themselves to fix it up. And I imagine that whatever happened to my mother, whatever happened to me, the town would know that we wouldn't want the place to remain empty, no matter who owns it. Could be helping the community. And as it stands now, it's an eyesore, to say the least. But I'm sure it's a wound on the very soul of Quilton as well.
I would say so, and it is probably a symptom of larger things in town. Most of the work that needs completed is making sure that the town's food stocks are well supplied. Most of the people that work at the harbor or the fishery are out on boats catching fish, and those that are able to forage in the small forest inside the walls do so. And beyond that work, it's the work of the Drescues that are keeping coin flowing into town. So I see it as a problem with what is happening with our people. There's just not enough to go around anymore. These projects to make things better are falling by the wayside. Yeah, it's something we've been seeing for some time now.
One more thing, Judge. When I first arrived, but a few days ago, and I was visiting my childhood home, I looked up upon the cliffs opposite from the lighthouse, and I saw what could only be described as a apparition, spirit of some sort. Has the town had any? Have you seen anything?
Me personally, no, but we have been hearing rumors, whispers of spirits being rattled a bit more. There's always the calls from the ocean of the long lost dead, but they do appear to be getting closer. News of spirits being seen that close is not good, but it is something the church and the quilters can deal with.
Well, I hate to leave.
I should look into.
I hate to leave Quilton in such a state, but I know that I have to pay my dues. If there's anything that I can do for you before I leave, name it and it'll be done. Otherwise, I will accept my fate and offer but a humble prayer to Melora that her light shines here yet again.
That's all I ask. Thank you.
Judge, before you go, something's been bothering me. I mean, more than killing those guards. Okay, maybe on par with killing those guards. Am I still able to become a forest ranger after this if I serve my time?
Well, the court has no jurisdiction with the rangers.
No.
So it would be entirely up to them if they are still around and their order is still in one piece.
Okay. I thought maybe you governed them much like you govern the courtroom, but okay. Well, thank you. The only other thing that I would ask of you is, because I don't know how long this is going to take really, and what might happen out there, but can you see to it that my family stays safe and that they keep their business?
Absolutely. That is a job I take very important at the courthouse, is making sure that the deals struck to keep peace in Quilton are adhered to. So I'll check in with your family from time to time. I'll make sure the Drescues aren't making any overt moves towards them. But as long as your deal with the Drescues completes, there'll be no issue with your family's property. And until any sort of breaking of that agreement, the Drescues will have no reason to set foot at the butchery shop other than to procure salted meats.
Well, thank you. And my parents do make the best.
They do.
Well, thank you. And I'm not exactly proud of where I am right now, but I do appreciate your fairness in the courtroom.
That is what we were designed to do, is to be fair, I would say. Yes, that is a good way of putting it.
Yeah. I wish that everybody felt the same, but it is what it is. Anyway, thank you.
Of course. You guys have a good final night in Quilton before we see you again. And she nods and makes her leave. She heads on out.
Man, you guys were way nicer to her than I was.
So Val, just that window. It's just, I could just scurry up there really quick and we'd be gone. And I like holding a beer.
Please, Ace, don't. All right. We'll just let's lay low. Let's play it cool. Let's play it Ghoul. See what Ghoul has to say. And then and then we can formulate a plan.
Yeah, just let me know and I'll give Bruce the wink and he'll know. He'll know to do it.
No, he's not going to know what a wink means. You just said wink and you had no plan in place.
He'll know.
No, he literally said what? Because he did not know.
It's just kidding. He knows.
Oh God, Ace, I want to throw you through a window right now.
His plan is working.
Ace is like, exactly. Now you know my plan. So should we go see Ghoul? Or is she upstairs? Or is she been down here?
I would say, yeah, you and Ace are having this conversation up at the bar. And you see behind the bar is the stairs that lead downward where you met with Ghoul before. And you see her come up and she grabs your attention and says, "Hey, whenever you guys get a sec, we should talk," and heads back down.
You see, now, all right, Ace, let's go
Then
down.
the wink? Brooch.
No.
I told you I don't know what that.
See, he's telling you he doesn't know what it means. It doesn't mean anything. Let's go talk to Ghoul.
The guards are everywhere.
Come along, Ace.
Speaking of, can they? Are they listening in on any of this? Like, are we in some sort of sound trap or something?
No, not really. There's enough people in here that conversations are hard to catch.
Okay.
But there are 2 guards that are in here that do keep an eye on you guys.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. As you kind of head downstairs, they move towards the bar and just kind of make their presence known up next to the bar, but don't follow you down.
Cool.
Still blows my mind coming down here. Like when I was a kid, and I wanted to be one of those people.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't have any memory of that, but it does look cool,
but,
Yeah, coming to a place where everybody knows your name, know.
Yes, it's really awesome. We get to go down here and plot a way to avoid our prison sentence for murder. Sweet childhood memories.
I'm just going to put this out there. I don't think that serving our sentence would be the worst thing ever.
What? No, I'm not going back to prison. Are you kidding me?
I mean,
I'm
a prison
conflicted.
barge feels slightly less bad than a regular swamp prison.
So they can put us to work and go to chores and no. Let's go talk to Ghoul and we'll get out of here. All right, guys, come on.
What are you going to do if Ghoul doesn't have a way out?
She has a way. She knows. Let's go. Come on. And
all right. So, well, Ben, you can serve the sentence on the prison barge.
No, Ben's coming with us. Ben,
if you're feeling guilty, you can serve.
No, I feel no guilt.
You can serve my sentence. I'll bequeath that to you.
No, Ben's coming with us. Ben, we're gonna escape. Come on. And I say this pretty loud.
You guys are heading down the stairs, kind of having this conversation, and Ghoul sitting in her chair. Guy has a couple of mugs of beer for y'all if you want any, and she says, "Well, don't we have the idiots coming on down here, huh? Coming up with plans, all kinds of plans. So what is it? How are you gonna escape? What's the plan you guys got?"
I saw a window upstairs.
Don't break my window.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was going to ask if this is the real Ghoul, but that was a real Ghoul answer.
That was super Ghoul. Yeah.
Oh,
well,
my
I
gosh, you guys got into a sticky situation, it seems, but yeah, you might be able to find a way out. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I
feel like we might just be going on a boat for a long time.
Simon, you need to not think about that, all right?
Well, I mean,
we will come
did
up with a plan. I am the leader of this group, and I will come up with a good plan.
I do think that whatever happens,
the leader of this group.
Who's this guy?
I've always been the leader.
No, you're terrible. You led us into a murder.
Yeah,
No.
in all fairness, Ace, you do start things often like a leader does.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's what a leader is. They do stuff.
They're the wrong things to start. They get us in trouble. They get people hurt.
That's what a weak link does.
Oh.
My question for Ghoul, all the bickering aside, they're arguing about who's the leader.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, Ghoul. Brooch told me that you used to be an adventurer before, you took an arrow to the knee. What would you do? What would you have done in your past life?
Well, I've had my fair share of encounters with the guards that went south. Obviously, you don't travel around as much as I do without having those kinds of happenings. So I know where you guys have been. I know I've been in your shoes before.
I suspect so.
And
How did you shimmy out the window?
Well, exactly. I would leave. if the guards caught on that I was, maybe starting too many fights than I should have been, then I just went on to the next town, found new jobs. I never really settled down until I came to Quilton. And here, I don't really want to piss off the guards because then my tavern gets taken, and I don't really want to leave to the next town.
That shouldn't happen like that. That shouldn't happen like that. Since when did they get to run things?
Yeah, all I have from our childhood is just these feelings of warmth and hope and happiness and joy, and everything you just described is not those things. What happened while we were away? It was 3 years.
Well, the town here is, as far as I understand, is built for the church, for the temple, this lighthouse, and they had strict guidelines on how to make sure to keep everyone here protected. They made sure the taxes from those Drescues went to feed everyone. They made sure no one was building things here without making sure the rest of the town was taken care of. And when your mother left, Verlin, a lot of those things fell by the wayside. People stopped being fed. The ships coming in and out stopped. We stopped seeing the coin flowing in that was supporting the influx of new people. Everything slowed to a halt, and those who had resources kept their resources. And now we're just struggling to get by, hoping more ships will come, hoping they will release prophecies of the ships arriving and departing so that we can see trade again. The town can support a fishing village. They can't support this city that we've made.
So
without
the church's
ships.
fault.
Well, it was the church that was keeping everything together. It was the glue that made sure all the different parts of this place work together.
But when Val's mom took off, that's when things really hit.
Well, then Alistar was in charge, and he didn't care for those rules.
We went and spoke with the church when we got here, and it was not the church that I remembered as a boy.
No.
Same.
No, unless you're part of the church and part of Alistar's flock, you're not even allowed to go to services anymore. They've shut everyone out, it seems.
I cannot believe that they are gatekeeping Melora.
What are we?
This town is supposed to be a beacon for Melora, and yet some of its own citizens aren't allowed to worship.
Right.
No wonder Melora's light has left.
I would too.
What are we supposed to do for Quilton if we leave?
Yeah, I feel like we'd be more useful here or maybe nearby.
I can't help but feel as though the forest rangers need our help, that the spreading mists needs our help, that perhaps even Helen and my mother might need our help. Feels like running away or even getting on that barge. We're moving further away from...
I think you're right. I think the Drescues are trying to send us away because they know that we're the ones that want so badly to bring Quilton back to its former glory. We're the old heroes of this town. Everybody knows us, you know? Yeah, I'm not ready to give up on Quilton. We did commit some pretty heinous crimes, and I am willing to pay the price.
Wrinkle. That's the problem in all this. Because here's the thing: if you do want to leave, if you want to get out of the city tonight, I can make that happen. The problem is coming back. If you leave, if you duck out of this sentence that they've got you on, the town's going to erupt and gossip and rumor, and I don't know if anyone's going to trust you if you ever come back here.
You guys, I can't do that to my parents.
But another 3 years away. Look what happened to our home in that time. Look what happened to us in that time.
Ghoul, have you ever escaped from a prison barge? Do you have any tips or tricks, maybe pointers, and how, is there like a latch we can use? Should we try and sink it?
I don't think I've been on a prison barge, but I have been imprisoned on a ship before.
Essentially, kind of the same thing.
Yes, and that's a ship is an island on itself. So
I'm aware of what
It's
a
very
ship
poetic,
does, yeah.
Ghoul. The bigger thing you got to deal with is making sure once you've put yourself in charge or you've snuck away or you've got either a way out or you've got enough people on the boat that'll side with you. I don't know how these prison barges work, but God, if there's 40, 50 people on that thing.
So you're suggesting a mutiny, maybe?
That's why they're so effective on sea. Yeah. You just got to make sure that you've got more people on your side than their side when the whole thing breaks.
All right. Yeah.
Another thought crosses my mind is that a lot can happen out in the high seas, as I well know. If we had a friend with their own boat, do a little midnight, jump overboard, get picked up,
Exactly.
Lost at sea.
Brooch was telling me earlier. He's got his boat prepared. He's going to sail off whenever the prison barge sets sail and just apparently trail you. So
now, see, Ace, look at me.
Yeah,
right.
Start trouble in cities with the guards that you don't want to stay. I've got it.
No, Ace,
I understand.
What we're doing right now.
You're going to kill guards.
This is called planning. This is called effective planning.
Yeah.
You do this.
Yeah. Guards in other towns. I got it.
Okay. All right.
And jumping from the barge.
Yes, that's kind of part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Probably. You just follow whatever we're doing. Okay. I'll let you know when how about this, Ace? I'll wink to you and then you'll know it's time.
No, I'm the one that does
the
winking.
But what if I wink?
Well, if you wink, then I
then you get to wink back.
Okay. As long as I get to wink.
You're gonna get to wink. I will wink first.
The signal is a double wink.
And then you wink back at me, and then that's our cue, right?
I wink at you.
Oh, save it. Ooh, save it. You don't want to waste
not the go signal. That's not the go signal, guys. Stand down. Stand down.
Okay, so
what was that noise?
So Brooch is basically planning to tail us with his ship.
Yeah, that's what Ghoul lets you know. And he's got all of your other equipment as well. So he's planning on just keeping that nearby. And when he gets the wink, then he'll show up.
Honestly, friends, I think we ought to take our chances with the barge. I can't risk escaping tonight and essentially committing my parents to a death sentence.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know that throws a stick in the spokes of all this cool adventure, but I have to think about them. It's my fault that they're even in any sort of peril.
Leaving now feels too much like a deliberate choice, right? If we get on the boat, then whatever happens is kind of like Melora's will, let the pieces fall where they may.
Yeah. It may be that Melora just wants us to serve our time for the crimes.
In which case.
And I accept that. But it also might be that we're right and there are things that we need to take care of, and Melora knows that we're the ones to do it.
And who knows, maybe Melora's wrath will just strike down the boat and we'll get to just escape naturally.
We'll all die and get cool eye patches like you.
Yeah, or
to be fair,
whatever, Valen.
To be fair, I am alive.
Yeah, I'm also alive. I never died.
I mean, I definitely might have, but I am here now.
Yeah.
So
and look at us. We look healthy.
Yeah,
we're just so pale and gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll never be able to get drunk again, but
you're definitely a winter. We'll say that.
All right. So then, should we just head to bed then? I guess.
The window.
I don't sleep.
No,
Ace,
we're not.
Don't break my
doing
window.
anything with the window.
I don't need to break it. If it's open, I can shimmy out.
You know what? I bet there's lots of windows on the barge.
Good point.
Lots of windows you can
there's
shimmy out.
Lots of windows to the soul you can break.
Brooch, is there anything that we need to do to make sure that we can coordinate with you?
Brooch heads on down.
Oh,
And he overhears you.
Brooch.
we're planning our escape, Brooch.
Hey, Ghoul, you tell him about the plan? And Ghoul nods. He's like, okay, cool. So you guys know what's up. I'm going to follow you.
Okay.
I don't know. Just get into the water. I'll grab you. I don't know how it's going to work, but like,
how far back do you think you'll be? Because, I can swim, but I'm not exactly fond of it.
I don't think Simon can swim, is I think what he's saying.
That's
fur
not
gets
good.
wet and weighs him down.
Yeah. His fur, I've seen him get wet before and and then he'll smell.
Yeah. I mean, I'll try and be as close as I can, but I gotta keep a distance just so they don't see me,
Right.
My boat's small.
Right.
They're not gonna catch me.
All right. Yeah, I think this is a good plan. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think prison barges are probably equipped to deal with people escaping to other boats, right?
Right. I think that's the idea.
We're counting on that, right? Okay.
You can't escape the prison barge because you're just in the ocean, and
Right.
it's Malore's ocean, and so she's just going to send you to an icy grave if you can't swim to a boat nearby. Yeah, no, they're not going to expect it. If you can just jump into the water real quiet, I bet you that'll work.
It'd be really funny if we get on the barge and the guy telling us, like initiating us, is like, this here is our prisoner catching harpoon for people who jump in the water waiting for a boat to pick them up. Specifically designed for that scenario. We're like, damn it.
But yeah, I'll ship off when the barge ships off. So just wait for you guys.
Maybe there's like a dinghy they have on the barge we could steal,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then steal away in the night. That way we're not kind of just floating in the ocean, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, yes. I think this is gonna work.
Hey, so are you gonna be a group member, or are you gonna be a group leader in all this?
I mean, I'm just naturally the group leader.
Right. Totally.
You're not the
Help me out,
group,
Val.
You're not the group leader. We're a team. We
Yeah.
all take part in leading and following. Right.
Like if there's something that you're really knowledgeable about, that might be a good opportunity for you to kind of step forward and maybe help us out. And other times, maybe the rest of us.
I lean over to Simon and I whisper, the more I look at his face, I think maybe he just needs this one. He just needs the win. And I turn back to Ace and I'm like, you know what? Right. Yes. When it comes down to it, you are the leader of the group. You're the group leader.
You're a great leader.
Yeah.
Yes.
I knew it. I knew
that
it,
is
guys.
your
For
official
sure.
title.
And Brooch, you're always been a great friend. You may not be in the group, but you're
Whoa.
like,
I mean,
you're
at
like
least
the superhero sidekick.
it's kind of more in my group than some of you guys. So
Yeah, we've got our own group then, and I'm the captain.
Well, no.
if we're on my boat,
I mean,
Well, I'm the president.
perfect.
Okay.
But I'm not on my boat.
Oh, you already have a president?
as long as I'm the
Well,
leader, I'm happy.
International waters,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I'm gonna head out. You guys do what you got to do. I will see you soon. And Brooch heads on out for the night after finishing his drink. And yeah, you're left with the rest of the night.
Well, Ben doesn't sleep, so
Yeah, I don't think Simon would get much rest.
Ben doesn't physically doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't sleep. Yeah.
Does he take a long rest?
Yeah. By just sitting there unmoving.
Yeah.
Being weird.
I think Simon is pacing nervously at the door.
Ace drinks.
I only need 4 hours for a long rest. It's pretty dope. Anyway.
All right. So yeah, with that, you guys get a long rest. You have a breakfast in the morning. You say your goodbyes to the people at the inn and are escorted to the prison barge by the local guards. The barge shows up early morning. Whatever they unloaded or loaded has already been taken care of before you show up. You are taken to the dockside and brought onto the ship itself, where you are introduced to the captain, Captain Vilda Henchfort. She introduces herself and says, "This is Lieutenant Rettis LaCroix. He will be dealing with you lot." And then she leaves to her captain's quarters, and Lieutenant Rettis shows you to the bow of the ship, and unlocks a metal grate, lifts it open, and you hear voices underneath, and he says, "All right, get in. Get."
I think we're supposed to be helping.
Yeah,
you go down there. As the Drescue said, you're part of the prisoner crew.
Right. So we would run ropes across the deck and
we're up here.
sails and stuff.
Get in. You're not running. No, you go down there and we'll take you somewhere and then we'll let you out there. But you're down there.
I just want you to know that by bringing me on board, you are going to basically be haunted by the hundreds of spirits that haunt me.
I'm so goddamn haunted by this world. A few extras not gonna hurt.
We've met the one so broken man. Okay. Well, then
okay.
I just go down. I'm not going.
All right.
No, we kill this guy too. Let's do this all over again.
Kick him down there.
We're gonna fight every guard.
Diamond, get him.
There's no guard you can put in front of us, Alex, that we won't try to kill.
You know what? We were already in this deep. Why are we bitching out and going to prison?
Have we even left the docks yet?
No, you haven't left the docks yet.
Yeah,
we're already killing our guards.
It's time to kill this town. Now that we're rested up, we know who not to mess. We'll kill the captains faster, break their spirits, or no, wait, no, we messed up. We went after the captains last time. Let's go after the grunts, bring down their numbers.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah.
They're learning.
Okay.
Ready?
And I'll feed on the weak and dying. Nice.
Winking. Who's gonna wink back? We need a double wink.
I'm not gonna wink. I'm not gonna wink.
Ace goes down the stairs and mutters, "Just 6 months."
Yep. No stairs. It's about a 15-foot drop down.
I fall 15 feet.
There's some
there to be stairs.
Yeah, there's some raggedy clothing and stuff down there to break your fall so you don't get hurt. But yeah, you all filter on down into the revamped hold of this galleon. And underneath here, you hear the voices kind of quiet down. And as you take a look around, there's, probably about 25, 30 other people down here in various states of, time spent on the barge. They kind of give you an eye as you get back up to your feet. You hear the gate lock up above you. You see you're at the bow now, but in the kind of center of the ship, there's another large gate at the top of that area as well that can probably be opened. But beyond that, you see the people here, a bunch of scattered bits of wood, like half of a little dinghy ship is busted inside of here. And it's kind of split into two levels where you're up on this higher level. And then it's this larger, lower level beneath you where most of the people are. And Elven Man approaches you as you're taking a look and kind of from this upper area and says, "Oh, well, hello. It seems we've got some newcomers on board, huh?"
I dust myself off and I punch him in the face.
Give me an attack roll.
That's going to be 20.
You don't even want to ask to see if he's the leader?
No, you just got to hit the first person you see.
Just the first person.
Okay. Oh, man.
This isn't real prison, Milo.
I should have seen this coming, honestly.
20.
That hits for sure. Did you do? You didn't do 20 damage?
No. Just a punch, so 1.
Plus your strength modifier.
Okay, so 4.
4. So yeah, you give this guy a nice hit. You smack him, and his head whips back. He gets some blood kind of spray a little bit. And he looks and smiles at you and distracts you enough that you don't notice a knee coming up to your face, really.
Yeah.
Because this is an elf and you're a halfling. So
I mean, I had to jump up to
knock you
clock him.
down. Yeah. So it's gonna be 18 versus your AC.
Oh, for sure.
All right, and that'll be 3 damage to you.
All right.
As he looks down at you, and 2 other of these prisoners kind of flank him just to offer some support. He says, "Well, that was a good hit, my lord. That was good.
Oh no,
whew, you guys are going to be fun." So, anyone else want a shot? Because I mean, we like playing a game where we beat each other up. So we'd love to have you guys run through it.
I spit out some blood, and I'm like, just let you know who I am.
Yeah, I know who you are. Let me introduce myself, young ones. I am Captain Coconut Bill. Pleasure to meet all of you.
Man, you just punched the coolest character.
Yeah, dude, this is fucking Captain Coconut Bill. Come on, Ace.
Everyone in the hold is like, that's Coconut Bill. Everyone loves Coconut Bill.
That's why he's being so chill about being punched in the face, dude. That's how fucking cool he is. That's how fucking ghoul he is.
Yeah.
Well, you are up here on the upper part of the ship, which denotes authority, which I have because, as I said, captain in my name. If you'd like, there's food down there by the hammocks. Lay down, catch some Z's, and figure out how you're going to waste away the next 2 months, because I think that's how long it's going to be for our next journey.
I don't require food.
So isn't he is also a prisoner?
I am a prisoner, yes.
Yeah, but he's kind of like, if you think about Andor, Andy Serkis's character.
Yeah, okay,
Come on.
yeah. Oh, all right.
Is us? Okay.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I've seen Andor. I know what you're talking about. Okay. Well, it's good to meet you, Captain Coconut Bill.
Yes.
I am Valen. Apologies for my friend over here. He gets a little ahead of himself. Also, hilariously, why we're here. So
that tracks. Yeah.
Yes, right. Hitting first, talking later. Anyways, well, it's so are you kind of in charge of the prisoners?
More or less. We got captured a few months back. Oh God, maybe a year now. We used to run a pirate ship out on them seas. So me and about 10 of my crew are here, and we form a strong, united block, don't we, boys? And a few of them just kind of go, yeah, whatever. You see, they're as loyal as ever.
Is this person delusional or?
And I love the way you said that. It sounded like Arthur a little bit, which tracks so hard.
Coconut Bill or Captain Bill, have you guys never tried to form like a mutiny?
No, we've tried. Oh
boy.
Some people escape when we go out on jobs, right? So we tend to just do labor for the prisoner ship. We unload things, load things, all that crap. But it's hard to escape when you're out in the middle of the sea because there's no boats that are going to get you. And it's hard to escape when you show up at some dock and you don't know where you are, because who knows if they're friendly, if there's civilization nearby. You could be anywhere on Haven. I know there's been a handful since I've started, though, that they've known kind of where they were. They knew about the area, so they just took off. And then the other half of this group, the one that's not my crew, most of them are like you, I assume, serving out some sort of sentence for crimes against business partners of the Drescue. So they think if they do their time, they will be set free, and sure that'll work out for them.
You don't sound too confident about that.
Yes, you. So you think that, they're not actually going to be released from this prison barge?
No, I don't think so. They're always adding like extra charges and fees onto their sentence. Like they were charging for bananas the other week. And so 5 of these guys got an extra 6 months because they had to buy bananas. It's all like paperwork magic. I'm not familiar with it, but
right. Okay. Well,
I don't see them as getting out of here anytime soon.
Have you ever seen anybody that has escaped come like get caught and come back?
No, that'd be real dumb, I think, of them to come back.
Well, I don't mean voluntarily. I mean,
but no one.
Come on, Coconut Bill.
That's escaped has come back at all that we've seen at least.
So what'd you do? Oh, you said pirating, right?
We were pirates. Yes.
Okay.
We'd steal from ships. We'd, point our guns at them and say, give us all your crates of valuable goods, and we'd take them. It was a fine lifestyle until we got caught and thrown on the barge.
Captain, is there a way out of this hold here other than the gate, the grate up there?
Right. So if you're trying to escape, I mean, there's times and places for it. There's the 2 grates. We don't really have much in the way of tools to break or try and get out through the actual walls of this thing. The only other escape route, which we haven't had much luck with, is those. And he points down, and there's 4 holes in the side of the bottom floor that are that just go down and then out the side of the ship, but they're grated off with metal grates kind of built into them. It says the shitters there, they go out to the sea, but we can't get the grates off of them. Like I said, don't really have the tools for it, but that's really it. The only ins and outs are the shitters and the grates.
All right. Well, that's
one for going in, one for going out.
Good to know.
Yeah.
How many guards would you say are on this barge?
I mean, it's tough to say. They try and act like there's more than there is, but I know they've been losing people. There's the captain, and then there's her lieutenant, and I think there's about 5 other on the ship.
Are they on the Drescue payroll?
Yeah. Drescue funds all this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The real question is how far should we get into our journey before we stage our escape?
Oh, I knew I was going to like you all. If you're trying to try to stage some sort of escape out of here, we have been getting restless.
Oh, for sure. No, it's not a matter of if, but when Melora's light will shine a path to freedom.
I want to go and try and pull the grate off the shitter.
Yeah. Give me a strength check.
Also, just apropos of nothing, because I don't know how much other people can cast, but even without materials, I have some spells I can cast that would help us escape. So
that's
out there.
That's a 22.
22. You pull on the grate, try and get a bit of leverage. You get your leg on there, and you are able to bend a bit of this metal. You think, probably about 4 or 5 hours, of off and on work to make sure, like the couple of guards that are watching, you could probably get it so most of you could fit through there, probably all of you.
All right. Sweet.
So yeah, you've got that in your pocket.
Sweet.
Val, you're strong.
I'm not above sneaking out of a fucking latrine.
Yeah, I'm not either. I'll slip through some shit, man. Okay, great. Literally great, because I was
damn, some top-notch punnery there, Valen.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'd like to go up to the top grate and just kind of see if I can scope out the activities on the top side.
Yeah. The one you came in
see if I can
from,
overhear anybody,
or the main one in the middle.
The one we came in, the one that Ace
Who came in?
fell down.
So yeah, that one's at the bow of the ship there, sitting there. Give me a perception check as you kind of listen out.
And if I can like claw my way up the wall to hear better or something.
I think yeah, you could, I think you're gonna get the same.
Not necessary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said perception?
Perception, yeah.
16.
16. Yeah, you hear a little bit of conversation because whoever's up here kind of has to yell over to the main part of the deck. Seems they have one person that's stationed over here, and they're just yelling about, they're just bullshitting, you know.
Cool. Okay.
But yeah, seems like.
But I get an idea of kind of where these people are stationed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And taking, just kind of looking up, you do notice that whoever's up here does ever so often like glance down, keeps an eye on what's going down down there.
I'll wave every once in a while at them.
He sneers, and you do it too much, he'll maybe spit down at you. They're real rude about it.
I give real cute kitten eyes at them.
You do the Puss in Boots thing?
Yeah.
Your eyes
Real
all
big glassy eyes.
He yells back at the other guys. He's like, and one of these is a kitty cat.
Captain, I like to use things to hit people with. Is there anything like that around here that I could maybe hold on to for you?
I mean, there's some busted up pieces of the that old dinghy, but
that'll work.
Yeah,
take for one. Like an oar, like a.
Oh yeah, there's a busted oar right there. That's something we taught them when we showed up. You see, they would have us oar ever so often to try and get them into better spots, but if you break all their oars, they can't ask you to do nothing.
That's smart. That's really smart.
Right. So yeah, they stopped asking us to do that. But yeah, there was a busted oar down there.
So yeah,
you don't say.
Other things to break.
Could you break out a tune? We haven't heard a good song in a long time.
Oh, and I sing a song.
Give me a performance check. You've been on a prison barge, give me advantage.
It's a prison shanty that I know from my time, and it's a natural 20.
It's called the Quilterman. It's called the Quilterman. And on the Quilterman come to be a tea and
it is a natural 20, but I think I have a -1. So
that is fine. Yeah, no, they love it. They have a grand old time. Some of the people have heard it before.
I'm like dancing around and I'm spinning the oar, and I like start pulling people in and like kind of like hint them to the lines that are coming up, and they can kind of like get an idea of the lyrics pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those kind of songs.
Yeah, we're all
easily teachable.
Yeah. I mean, that's the point of shanties, Yeah. What's cool too is like all the spirits that haunt me are really digging this tune. So thanks.
I love it.
Thanks,
it's like a choir.
Yeah.
And this is just coming up through the grate, I imagine. This wonderful prison tune.
Oh yeah. No. As you're singing, some of the guards sing with you. Some of them kind of yell down to get you all to stop, but that just makes them all you sing louder. Really bring an air of camaraderie to everyone with the song. But I think with that, maybe that's the first day, getting out of Quilton Bay, getting out into the inner channels. You work on getting that grate off during the day, and it is unknown by the guards. And that, at least for now, is a means of escape until if you want to use it. I think we should stop here for this session.
Okay.
Do the outro and all that good jazz.
Yeah.
All right. Solid.
Do we want to continue into a second session for tonight, or hold it just at this one?
You guys tell me.
I'm fine with taking a break. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would really like to eat dinner.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. So we will end it there for today's episode as you all sail away from Quilton Bay into the unknown oceans to serve 3 years of your sentence and never make any plans of escape, I'm sure.
No, of course not.
Never.
We have got some info for everyone, though, and I want to read through this. Check out our dndpodcast.org, our website, for access to all of our episodes, past and present, as well as the Crit Files that we do. Crit Files Inbox, our weekly TTRPG themed blog. And if you don't feel like checking out the website for new content, let us do the work for you. Subscribe to our newsletter, and you'll receive weekly messages with the latest updates. And you can sign up at dndpodcast.org/subscribe. If you want to support the In at the End, you can become a patron at patreon.com/In at the End.
Watch our stupid faces play this.
You can watch our dumb faces. And really, I mean, that's the last missing piece of this is seeing our confounded looks. You can, patreon.com/In at the End, or use bit.ly/humblein, sorry, that's for something different. That you can also support us by using bit.ly/humblein while using Humble Bundle. So thank you guys for joining us around our proverbial podcast table. I've been Alex, your DM, and with me has been
Dash as Valen Blackwood.
Caleb as Simon Monroe.
Milo as Ace Whittington.
And Rhett as Ebenezer Colthane.
Grab your swords and keep on adventuring.
Thanks for dropping by, friend. In the meantime, why don't you visit bit.ly/humblein and buy yourself something fancy on Humble Bundle. Help us keep the ale flowing around here. You can also leave our bartenders and troopers a tip over at patreon.com/In at the End. We hope to see you here next week. Until then, grab your sword and keep on adventuring.